Give Stanford credit. I told our guys, what do you think was going to happen? We handled them at their place. They're 6-2 in their last 8 games. We got some good players on that team, man. And for 3 days, they're getting ready for us. You know, they're coming in here to play one of the best teams in the country on the road. Our attitude was way too cavalier. We were way overconfident. We weren't ready for the fight. But give the guys credit, especially Dylan and Will. I thought they gave us great team effort. I was having fun with Will. 3 threes, 2 of them in and out. The other one went down. He shoots it well every day in practice. So we only had 9 deflections at halftime. Like I said, you know, the other team comes in, they practice too, give them credit, they had 8 offensive rebounds in the first half. Difference in the game, they only had 2 in the second half. We had 13 and a lot of those in the second half. Obviously, Jaime's shows why he's an All-American.
How gratifying was that to see Tyger finish the game strong? I know that must have been hard to bench him at halftime.
Just coaching, you know, like I told him and Amari, I love them, but it would have been bad coaching to start. Neither one of them had a deflection in the first half, which is almost impossible. They didn't have a basket, they didn't have a deflection, they didn't have a rebound. Got to give somebody else a chance.
The Tyger hit a huge 3 and found Will on his 3-pointer as well. Did you like?
Oh, Tiger's a good player, man. He's a good player. It's tough, you know. I will tell you, it's easy for me to and for people to criticize. But when you got young kids being, and they're under massive pressure, worried about their future, sometimes I fail at keeping their mind on one day at a time. It's easy, you know, it's easy to say, well, they should know that. Well, you probably got a job and a savings account. They're kids. They're kids with the weight of the world on their shoulders. So, like I said, it's good. You know, sometimes one man struggles, another man's opportunity. So Dylan's been deserving some playing time. I thought he did a great job defensively late in the first half. We were able to get it down to a 4-point game, despite missing 2 front ends and a 1-1, and I mean, misses 2 free throws. But usually, when you do the right things, you create your own luck, and it goes the other way. When you don't play well, and you blow assignments, and you go up and through screens against shooters, and get backdoor, that's when you miss layups and free throws. It tends to snowball. Basketball tends to reward smart, hard, tough play, and it tends to penalize you when you deserve to be penalized. But give the kids credit, they dug it out tonight.
Coach, when you sat Tyger, does a move like that, do you hope it sends a message to the team?
I'm trying to win. I was simply trying to win. You know, I've said this all the time. I believe in Dylan and Will. They just haven't gotten a lot of extended minutes. You know, so when you have to switch as much as you do against their constant motion, you have to. It means your guards are going to have to block out. And Tyger was really struggling with his effort to block out.
Just a real quick one for me. And at halftime, anything in particular you told the guys that came out so great at the start of that second half?
You get what you deserve. I mean, they know. I mean, you get 9 deflections, you're going to struggle. Do you think Stanford wasn't come ready to play? I mean, Maxime Reynaud's a good player. So, Brandon Angel stepped it up. Harrison's a McDonald's All-American. Jones a great, he's a big-time scorer. Davidson, it's not like they don't have talent. They're the 6 of their last 8. So you're going to have to gut it out, guys. The problem was they came, our guys came in. We failed as a coaching staff tonight. Because sometimes, you can say, well, we told them, but they pay us to make them listen. We told them, but we didn't have them. We didn't have them ready. We were humble. We were not humble tonight. But give them credit. Sign of a great team. We were able to turn them around.
Sorry, real quick. 9 deflections in the first half. What did you finish with?
27. So there's the difference. That and the rebounding was different in the second half. We were down big. And we only ended up -2. We ended up +3 on the offensive. So.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach, you go small. obviously.
That was out of necessity. Kenny got hurt,
Right.
groin injury.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Mac was struggling with their motion.
But was there some advantage to also going small?
We didn't get, it wasn't, you know, I'll have to look at it on film. You know, I will say this, you know, you'll see why I love Will McClendon. He plays so much, you see him like, in the first half, we couldn't get a rebound, and he just rips the ball away from it. Like, he wasn't tall enough to get it, so the big guy got it, and he just ripped it away. So one thing about Will, he plays, if you need toughness, he's gonna give it to you. So if you're gonna play small, your smaller guys would be like Will and Jalen Clark. They're tough enough to play bigger. You know what I mean? So, but you're talking about offensively or defensively?
Well, both, that little surprising they didn't post up their 7.
Yeah, they tried to once. We were able to get the strip. You know, we fronted him. We were able to get the reach at him. They tried, but the pressure was there. You know, we don't practice that way offensively, so we're ad-libbing on the fly offensively. Guys did a pretty good job of it.
And then just a little bit on their zone.
Yeah, they fake zone, go, man, well, we had wide open, you know, Tyger missed a 4-footer. I mean, we got whatever we wanted. This wasn't a night where the ball was just gonna go in all the time for us. So every time you thought, well, Tiger's got a 4-footer in the lane, and it's 2 free throws and this. I mean, it was just one of those nights. We had to grind it out. But this happens. This is why the season's long. So we're, you know, got another one on Saturday, and we're down to 5 games now. But you got, you know, you talk about, like Tyler was talking about lessons, not for me, but for the guys. I told them in there, my whole speech was, you know, in life, you usually get what you deserve. We came in way overconfident, and against a team that's a totally different team. It's all coaches' paranoia when you have to beat a team twice, which we have to do the rest of the way other than California. Actually, not in Arizona. But it's paranoia, because your guys tend to think it's going to be a little bit easier. Had got them up there, but give them credit. They're playing well. I thought, you know, Jerry did a good job. They were ready to fight. They're switching. They're doing a lot of funky stuff defensively. We handled that pretty decent. And Dem's foul trouble killed us because we were able to pound it to him. If he could have kept him in there, we were able to. I mean, he was dominating down low with the foul trouble. We had to get him out of there. So. All right, guys.
Thank you.